Hello there, amazing learners. I am Ria, your English trainer, and today we are going to learn something super fun. You know how we use our eyes to see, our ears to hear, and our hands to touch? Well, in English, we don't just talk about body parts for what they physically do, but we also use them in everyday conversations to express emotions, actions, and situations in interesting ways. For example, when I say, I need a hand, I'm not asking for someone's actual hand. I am asking for help. Pretty cool, right? So today, I will be teaching you 10 common phrases using body parts that will make your English sound more fluent and natural. Are you ready? Let's get started. First up, we have face the music. I know what you're thinking. Are we standing in front of speakers or a band to face the music? Well, not exactly. When we use the phrase face the music, it means you did something wrong and now you have to face the consequences. Like if you break a vase, you have to face the music and tell your mom about it. Or if you miss an important deadline at work, you have to face the music and talk to your boss about it. Come on, let's look at some more example sentences. It was hard for him to face the music after losing the game. She knew she had to face the music and admit she was wrong for cheating in the test. It's about owning up to your actions and dealing with the outcomes, no matter how uncomfortable it might be. Moving on, let's talk about another interesting phrase, brown nose. No, it's not about having dirt on your nose, but it is a fun phrase to use. This has nothing to do with your nose. In fact, it describes a person who tries too hard to please someone else. Like maybe they always say nice things to the teacher to get good grade. That's being a brown nose. For example, John always volunteers to stay late at work. His colleagues think he's just being a brown nose. Or, she brought the professor coffee every morning before class. Everyone calls her a brown nose. While it is good to be nice, trying too hard to please others might make you look like a brown nose. Have you seen a brown nose? Let me know in the comments below. Now, let's turn a blind eye. It means you see something wrong but pretend you don't see it. Like maybe you see a friend cheating on a test, but you see it and don't say anything and ignore it. That's turning a blind eye. Let's take a look at some other examples. The teacher turned a blind eye when students whispered in the class. She saw them littering the streets but turned a blind eye towards them. In short, it's like choosing to look the other way, but it's not always the best choice, right? Sometimes we need to speak up. Next we have a fun idiom, play it by ear. Have you ever heard this phrase? No, it's not about music either. It means you don't have a plan. You just decide what to do as you go along. Like maybe you go on a trip, but you don't book any hotels. You just play it by ear and see what happens. For example, we don't have a set itinerary for our trip. We'll just play it by ear. Or, I don't know the exact recipe, so I'll just play it by ear. This phrase is perfect for those moments when you want to go with the flow. Now, let's talk about put your foot in your mouth. Oops, this one sounds painful, right? Well, let me break it down for you. Have you ever said something and immediately wished you hadn't? That's putting your foot in your mouth. It means saying something embarrassing or inappropriate by accident. Let's check out some example sentences. Tom really put his foot in his mouth when he asked his date about her ex. Or, I really put my foot in my mouth when I asked her about her job. She just got fired. We all put our foot in our mouth sometimes, right? It is important to be careful with our words, and this phrase is a nice reminder to think before you speak, isn't it? Now, let's talk about cost an arm and a leg. No, you're not literally giving up your arms or legs. But you know what's interesting? It is actually a fun way to say something is too expensive or pricey. Sometimes when things are too expensive, people joke about needing to sell a kidney to afford it. Well, cost an arm and a leg is just another humorous way of expressing the same idea. For example, we'd love to renovate our house, but it would cost an arm and a leg. Or, I got a free concert ticket that didn't cost me an arm and a leg. So when something feels way too pricey, you can use this phrase. What do you think costs an arm and a leg? Let me know in the comments. And let's take a look at our next phrase. Stab in the back. Ouch, another painful phrase. Well, don't worry. There's no real stabbing here. When someone stabs you in the back, it means they betrayed you or hurt you when you trusted them. Like maybe your friend promises to keep a secret, but then they tell everyone. That's a stab in the back. Let's look at some more sentences. He trusted his business partners, but he got stabbed in the back when they stole his clients. It felt like a stab in the back when my teammate joined our rival team. It really hurts, right? Both literally and figuratively. When someone stabs you in the back. Well, that's why it is important to be honest and trustworthy. Now, have you ever been really annoyed by something? Like when your little brother keeps poking you? Or when someone keeps making the same noise over and over? Well, I have got a perfect phrase for you. Get under someone's skin. This one is all about getting bothered or annoyed. For instance, the sound of people chewing loudly really gets under my skin. Oh, I hate it so much. Another example is, don't let his comments get under your skin. Just ignore him. Can you think of something that gets under your skin? Let me know in the comments. That brings me to the next phrase. Hold your tongue. You know when you really want to say something, but you know you shouldn't? That's when you need to hold your tongue. It means to stay quiet even when you want to say something. For example, I wanted to tell my friend her new haircut looked bad, but I held my tongue. Or she wanted to argue, but she held her tongue to avoid a fight. It is a polite and wise move to make in tough situations. It can save you from a lot of trouble. And finally, we have the phrase, a safe pair of hands. So when we say someone has a safe pair of hands, we mean they're reliable and trustworthy. It's like when you know you can count on someone to do a good job. Like your parents who always take care of you. They have a safe pair of hands. Come on, let's check out some more example sentences. When it comes to organizing events, Emily has always proven to be a safe pair of hands. You need a safe pair of hands to handle such an important project. A great way to compliment someone, don't you think? And that's it for today. I hope you had fun learning these awesome idioms and phrases using body parts. Now you have some cool expressions to make your English sound even more advanced. Remember, language is all about having fun and practicing. So don't be afraid to try using these phrases in your conversations. Try by making a few sentences with these idioms and phrases and make sure you post them in the comments below. I'll be checking them, so don't try to skip it, alright? If you enjoyed this lesson, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more fun lessons. See you the next time. Bye. Happy learning.